Good luck.
Hello, everybody. I am Azurillkirby for the finale of this marathon for Shadow the Hedgehog. Hope y'all are ready. I got Coma with me for comms.
Hello.
Hello. And let's get underway. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Shadow the Hedgehog. If you've never played Shadow before, Shadow plays very much like the other adventure-era Sonic games, though with some key differences. The first of which is that there's only the speed character. There's no team mechanics, there's no different character campaigns, there's no mech levels or treasure hunting, there's just Shadow. And the other big difference, as most of you be aware, are the guns. And guns are a big part of the speedrun of this game. Because we want to do a lot of killing enemies, and to do that as quick as possible, well, guns are a good way to do that. Because they let us kill enemies really quickly without slowing down. So for example, I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to go pop, pop, pop. Ooh, I missed. Oops. I was trying to kill that guy, and I ended up missing him. That's fine. But like there, I kill that bird, kill that guy, and I don't even have to slow down to do it. And that's going to be a lot of this run. So we want to be able to get as much points as we can, kill as many enemies, because that lets us use chaos control. In this game, lets us skip large parts of the level at once, which is very useful when you're trying to get us through a level as fast as possible. So, I didn't get enough points here, but I can... There we go. So now, this is Chaos Control, skipping a large section of the level, and a lot of the routing in this game involves trying to use that as optimally as possible. So I used it for a bit there, I stopped Chaos Control in order to run a bit more forward, use it again, so it skips this loop and this dash panel, and that saves a lot of time. So yeah, we route the game to try to get it at the best places possible, killing the enemies we can to get it exactly where we want to get it without having to slow down to get enemies whenever possible. Guns can also be useful because we can destroy obstacles with them. I ended up running out of ammo here, but I could have destroyed a bunch of obstacles on that path to get here.
Exterminate the humans first.
We're also playing this on the SX mod for Shadow. This is created by Blazin' Zeddy, a top speedrunner for this game. It changes not a lot about the game, but a lot to make speedrunning a little bit more convenient. First of all, it makes the in-game timer a bit more accurate in what it actually presents, because there's certain things that aren't properly measured by the in-game timer that are fixed with the SX mod. As well, there's some other minor changes to make ILs more in line with full game runs, such as character cutscenes not playing, or the key doors being open, to just make it just generally more convenient to speedrun without actually changing what you do in any given speedrun. So we're starting Glyphic Canyon now. Glyphic Canyon is... we're going to be just getting the gold ring, just like Westopolis. We're going to be picking up the no, not the Omo Shotgun, the Egg Vacuum, the first of several special weapons in this game. Sucks up every enemy we run through. Just sucks them up if they're within range. And it one-shots any enemy as long as they're small enough, which luckily on stage 2, all the enemies are still small enough that we can kill them all without really needing to slow down at all. Which is very convenient. We want to get it at a very specific point to skip some slow sections where you just do nothing. And so the enemy rod's very careful. You may notice I didn't kill 2 birds I came past back there, because I want to make sure I'm managing my points carefully, just to make sure that I have enough meter by the time that I get, it's giving that worm as well, by the time I get to the chaos control point, because I don't want to get points too early. Can you explain spin dash high jumps while I'm doing this right here?
So spin dash high jumps. If you charge a spin dash near a sloped object and then you jump in directly after charging a spin dash, you can get some extra height off of jumping off a sloped object or any object. Well, it depends on it.
Yeah.
On the object. But you can get a high jump off of that, which is called as SDHJ, or spin dash high jump for short.
Yep, we take all the spin dash momentum and we redirect it upwards by jumping, by using it on a slope or some railing. Another case where I start the chaos control, stop it, and then have it keep going. Also, we're supposed to go around this large loop, and we just go straight to the end of it, and the tornado picks us up.
Yeah, the trigger for the tornado that catches is really low down, so we can just spin dash to it.
Okay, there we go. That's Glyphic Canyon. On to Prison Island next. Prison Island, we're actually gonna be doing the dark mission. Even though it's the neutral speedrun, it's actually faster to leave the neutral path and then go back to the neutral path. In part because the Doom is such a fast stage, and Prison Island Dark is not even really much slower than Prison Island Normal, and Sky Troops is like super long. So it ends up working out quite well. We leave the dark, to do Prison Island Dark, and then eventually we go back doing Airfleet Hero. So the dark mission for this level, rather than getting to the goal ring, is to get all 40 gun soldier enemies in the level. There's gun beetles, gun mechs, and gun soldiers, and we need to kill 40 of the 41 in the level. Luckily, it's pretty easy to get them. It's just routing that is a little bit harder. You also may notice sometimes I run into guns in a weird way, and that's to skip the animations for picking up a gun, because it takes about 2 seconds. You slow down. Okay, there we go.
Oh, you got him.
And it takes like 2 seconds to pick up the gun, and it's very slow if you had to do it each time. So you want to always run into a gun or jump into a gun, and it skips that entire animation time and saves a lot of time over the course of the run. This Acid River section right here, it would damage you if you were standing on it, so that's why I have to use the air saucer, but you'll notice you get to the second Acid River in the level, I won't actually need to use it, and you'll see why in a sec. Onto this level, we have a lot of enemies, Nermies, that's what we call them, the Nermies in this level. This is where Omochao Gun, which kind of has shots that ping-pong back and forth between enemies, really comes in handy because it lets us kill a bunch of those Nermies really quick. Trying to do another SDHJ. Ooh, got it, nice! Oh, that jump's pretty tricky.
It's always nice to get that jump, especially since it saves so much time.
Oh yeah, it's a good time save there. And it's a lot harder than it looks right there. And this is why I can run over it without it. So whenever you have a full meter, you get Chaos Fever, which no matter which meter it is, gives you infinite ammo and invincibility. So lets me run on the Acid River without taking any damage, and lets me to spam my Omochao Gun, which again one-shots every enemy in this level, which is very useful. And there we go, now we're through Prison Island. Alright, now we're on to the Doom. After this, the Doom is one of the shortest levels in this run. Blink and you miss it. It's going to be over in about 30 seconds. 141's pretty good.
I think it's the shortest level in the game that isn't a boss.
Definitely the shortest in the game. And it's because it's a big maze-like level with paths that go back in on themselves, but we are going to go past them so that we're going to skip large sections of the level at one time. And also, even though there's no aliens in this this level, we can use the fires to fill our chaos control meter instead, which is very useful. Like, they each fill about 1/10 of your meter. Using the satellite laser, we just skipped 2/3 of the entire level right there, just by hitting a giant space laser on a button. And now I'm gonna skip another good chunk of the level as I go through that door. And yeah, with the level's done. There we go.
Yeah, if you use Chaos Control in that specific hallway, or in that specific room, it just brings you all the way to the goal ring for some reason.
It's skipping a door that you're only supposed to access from the other side of it. For some reason, the Chaos Control spline just goes straight through it. Anyway, we're on to Heavy Dog now. It's a very tricky boss. Coma, if you could explain that while I'm playing it.
So Heavy Dog is this big flying, like, circular UFO-looking boss that just floats around the stage. But it has a bunch of rocket launchers that you try and homing attack off. So Kirby, as you're gonna see, he's going to homing attack all of these turrets and have these guns fall off. And then you just shoot the boss and shoot his turrets until the boss gets to around half health. And when he gets to around half health, it'll start doing this attack where it'll start pulling shockwaves out, at which point you want to jump on top of the boxes and just fire at his cockpit until he's dead, like so.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run. You're supposed to jump on the platform when he does a little circle laser attack, but it's hard to time it perfectly, and I missed the timing.
Yeah, it's one tricky to set him up to where you can actually get him in a good position to get all of your lock-on rocket launchers, while also dodging that attack.
23 is a pretty good time, though, despite that.
Yeah, 23 is a very good time to get in runs.
One
You
thing that
typically
helps...
want to get 25s or lower.
All right. Now on to Air Fleet. We're going to be doing the hero mission to get back onto the neutral path for Air Fleet. The goal for this level is to kill all of the alien enemies. So now we're killing all the aliens. There are 35 of them, and we have to kill each of them.
Yeah, there's no leeway like in Prison Island where you can skip a gold beetle. You actually have to like kill every single alien, every Nermi on the stage.
Yeah. But it's not too hard. We're going to be using the Shadow Rifle, like the Egg Vacuum and the Omochao gun. It's very powerful. It one-shots all the enemies in the stage, so it actually one-shots every enemy in the game, which is particularly useful because of the Golem enemies in this level that have a lot of health. And one thing you're going to see me doing a lot here, I'm going to be running into these doors. We're doing what we call door techs in order to keep as much speed as we can going through these doors. Either I'm jump dashing as they open to keep a lot of speed as they open, or rather to generate a bunch of speed as they open, or I'm running diagonally into them in order to keep my speed. I failed it there. I was trying to run diagonally into it. And we try to do that a lot in the level because those doors can really slow you down. It's like the big challenge of this level.
Yeah, and there's so many of them, so it's a very important technique to get down if you really want to lower your time.
We do a little Chaos Control extension. We stop it just to move to another path that lets us get through just a little bit faster.
Watch out! They're shooting at us from up above. Is there any way to get up onto
Another door. I'm gonna actually slow down in order to let the door open and then do a ring dash. There we go. Got a little diagonal run through that door. See if I can get the one up here. Oh, that one's probably the hardest door tech in the level right there.
Yeah, you have very little time to react to it.
Like, you have to run diagonally into it, but if you run too diagonally, then, like, you just miss the opening to the door, and if you're not diagonal enough, then you just bonk against the door. It's very tricky.
This room is also particularly tricky to do quickly.
Yeah, I'm trying to shoot the golem, and all my shots are homing in on the president, because Shadow is very obsessed with killing the president right now as a team.
Yeah, but Black Doom really wants you to kill the president. We're not playing that category, we're playing neutral glitchless instead of pure dark.
Alright, there we go. Through Air Fleet. Pretty good. And now we're going to be on to the final level, a Lava Shelter. So Lava Shelter, we're going to be doing the Dark mission, where we have to activate the 5 lava defense generators, which, how do you do it? By shooting it, as you might guess. We shoot each of the generators to activate them. However, it's almost like a little bit of a difficulty scaler, because if you do get the lava generators, then the lava level rises, and that makes the platforming harder in the level. So, it makes this a lot trickier. Dark is a bit faster than Hero, but it makes it more likely to die, and if you die, you lose your Chaos Control meter, which you don't want to do. And because there's a long vertical section near the end of the Dark mission that would take about 45 seconds, maybe, if you don't Chaos Control through it. So if I die, I'm probably going to want to switch to the Hero mission, but, you know, if I can help it, let's try not to do that. So, you notice I spin dash onto these rails here. It lets us go way above the speed cap, which is very useful. There we go, there's the first one. Shoot and run through. Shadow Rifle's good because one shots the Shadow Android enemies that I want to kill for Chaos Control meter, as well as activating the... Oh, that's bad. Okay, I guess I'm switching to Hero mission. That's a bad place to... At least I didn't lose too much time, like I didn't go back to a really far back checkpoint. But I guess we're switching to the Hero mission now.
Yeah, if you die in like checkpoint 2 or checkpoint 3 of the level, the revert's like 30 seconds almost.
Yeah. Luckily it was that soon after. Well, I forgot that can happen. So that's another problem with hitting the first lava generator, is that it makes that lava up higher. So if you time that slide incorrectly, you just fall into the lava and die. The game wants you to slowly go down on poles, but we really don't want to do that. So,
because why would we ever want to land on poles?
Instead, I want to slide
game?
a bit earlier. I might have done that a bit too late again. No, I'm good. Okay, there we go. So I'm doing the hero mission, so I'm ignoring the generator, because I lost my Shadow Rifle, I really don't want to go for the Dark mission anymore, because again, like I said, the long vertical path wastes a lot of time if you go the Dark mission. But I'm just gonna go down here. There we go.
It's like you could go do the dark mission if you die early. However, it takes a longer time to rebuild the hero meter rather than actually just do the hero mission normally.
We got some other cool text here. With these fans, I have to perfectly time these rail hops. Because if you don't do a rail hop at the perfect timing, it cuts all your horizontal speed. It makes it really slow to get back onto these rails. Another thing, I'm about to go in this long vertical section. You're supposed to ride the rail down really far, but instead, I'm just gonna whoop, jump right off. And land on the rail anyway. Saving a good bit of time. And there we go, through the hero mission. It's going to be the same boss either way. It doesn't really change that much. It's just, I'm going this path instead of that path. Yeah, now we're through Lava Shelter, we're on to Egg Dealer. Egg Dealer is one of the trickiest bosses in this game. It's not quite clear what's happening if you just watch it without any commentary. So I'll try to do my best to explain this. So, Egg Dealer's this big roulette boss. You hit the buttons and, ooh, you got missiles! And then he hits himself with missiles. That's too slow for us. Instead, we want to get a gun and we want to get infinite ammo using Shadow Fever. Because we hit Shadow on the buttons, we get Shadow Fever, which is what we want. But in order to get a gun, there aren't any that spawn on the battlefield naturally. But if he fails a roulette, meaning getting two different things, then guns will spawn automatically. So I get Shadow, which is something that Eggman cannot stop himself, which means he will not get it. So I stand in the middle now. This will cause the boxes to spawn where I want them to. And then when he stops, good place to stop too, that'll spawn boxes on the outside. Let me pick up the gun, and boom, boom, boom. Well, I didn't get the last one, but that's fine. There we go. Bombs. I'm going to try to get some shots in here. But I'm still waiting for that infinite ammo. There we go. I left myself one ammo, but one ammo is all I need. I'm actually going to land, because I want to make sure I stop him in a better place. Yeah, that's a good... Yeah, it went farther than I want him to. Things I kind of want to stop before a there we go. Okay. Go. I'm mashing now. I'm actually using Turbo, which is built into SX, which is very cool. And I didn't quite get him all the way down, but Chaos Blast. And there we go. Time.
No, this can't be.
And there we go. That's Shadow the Hedgehog.
Sorry, Doctor, but this is the end for you.
Good run.
Perfect.
Good showcase. Hope you all
GGs.
enjoyed. Hope you all enjoyed the Sonic Adventure Era Marathon, because I believe, yeah, this is the finale. We killed Eggman. That's why we ended with Shadow, because this game we actually do kill Eggman. I don't know if we actually kill Eggman.
It's sort of implied.
We chop him in the head, right? I think it's just a lip tap.
Finally, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds.
You're just making Eggman go to sleep.
Yeah.
Made you, and this is how you repay me?
I am Shadow Android, the ultimate battle life form created by Eggman. You may have
Yeah, there's no more
created
Sonic
me,
games
Doctor,
after this one,
but
because
I
Eggman
will
just
now
died.
lead this empire, and androids
This
will
is
rule.
this is it.
This is who
The
I
franchise
am.
ended in 2005.
Yeah, there's no more Sonic games to play.
What?
Goodbye, Doctor.
Honestly, not a bad place to end it.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. And I hope you all enjoyed the, Sonic Adventure Marathon. Make sure y'all follow Sacer if you aren't already followed. They do great events all the time. Tournaments, races, marathons like this one. Always a good time. Any raid tower? Do I get to pick that? I don't know. I'm not sure who's on. I don't get a lot of people. I'll let the
Who uses Twitch in the current year?
yeah. I'll let the Sacer admins pick that.
Yeah, I would say Raid Flubler. He's doing Sonic Adventure 2, Hero Story,
yeah,
World Record attempts.
Perfect person to raid.
Also, if you're not already, follow all of the runners who participate in this marathon. They're all cool people.
Oh yeah, of course. All Sonic runners are great, whether they're running Sonic or other games. I run some other games myself. Recently, UFO 50 is something I've been doing. Bullet Painted Zoldath is one of the games in there I've been doing a bunch of. Also some blindfolded stuff here and there. I've done Shadow blindfolded and do that from time to time.
I forgot you actually did Shadow Blindfold.
I have.
Or at least a couple of the levels.
I've done a full run. I actually did it for one of the Sonic community marathons.
That is wild to me.
Yeah, I did it for, I forget what they actually called it. It was the Sonic community speedrun. Sonic speedrunning marathon, I don't remember. One of those, the old one, before that we don't want to do anymore for various reasons. But, yeah, that was fun.
It wasn't around for that time, so I wouldn't know.
Some things happened, let's say.
Probably best not to think about it. Also, if you want to go ahead and learn Shadow, we do have a Discord for it. But for both regular SX and any other ROM hacks for it. It's all in one place.
Yep, the Shadow Discord, great community we got. And Shadow's a great game to speedrun. It's very much underappreciated. It's very fun. It's not too hard to get into, honestly. It's not too tricky. The glitchless speedruns are what most people prefer, which is just kind of running through the level fast. There's not too many tricks or like hard glitches to perform.
And with SX, it's much easier to get into now.
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
have
with
to
SX
play
mode, yeah.
10 different playthroughs in order to actually feel like, oh, do I want to run the
Yeah.
game or not? You can just all do that through a menu.
And if you want to do emulator,
few button
SX is the
presses.
main way we do that because it just made it a bit easier. We never really allowed emulator for the original game, but now that we have the SX mod, that's become basically the default emulator way to play the game. 11:57. I'm actually pretty glad I got a sub 12 with that. Nice.
There's many talented runners who are picking up
Mhm.
both the original game, SX, and Reloaded for people who are interested in Reloaded. Is there anything else we can talk about, or
I don't know. I'm supposed to be kicked out or for the raid to start.